Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today this video, I think I am very late. I am very late with this video because today I'll be giving tips for exams, tips for preparing your exam, and tips, mostly tips of days before you're writing your exam. You understand? Days before you write your exam and on the day of the exam. As you know, I am a teacher. I teach at a secondary school, so my kids are writing their exam. My grade 12 kids are writing their exam. Not only grade 12, also grade 10 and grade 11. Actually, all the grades, they are already writing their exam as we are speaking. And as of today, when I'm recording this video, they have just wrote math paper 1. So I wanted to do this video for a long time ago. Like, I always wanted to do this video, but I don't know why. I didn't have time. I was just not having time to do this video. So I thought, you know what, today let me just do it. So the reason why I did this video was because I invigilated quite a few subjects. I think I invigilated all the subjects that they've written in grade 12. They were writing English. The first day they were writing English. And then I invigilated Afrikaans. And I also did, I think it was economics. I also did economics. So with all the 3 subjects that I invigilated, I couldn't invigilate maths today because I'm a maths teacher, so I'm not allowed to invigilate the subject that I'm teaching. But the main concern that I got, or the main reason why I'm making this video, is because as you are writing your exam, most of you are taking time on things you do not know. You are taking your time on things you do not know. It's almost an hour into the exam and you're still on question 1. Be stuck on question 1, which is around 30 marks. No. So tip number one of managing your exam or managing your paper when you are writing: please avoid taking time on things you do not know. Avoid taking time on things you do not know. You don't have the whole day to write that exam. You only have 3 hours max. Some papers are 2 hours, like the languages, paper 1, paper 2, paper 3. There are 2 hours. You only have a certain time allocated for that paper. I cannot be spending 15 minutes on question 1 when I am not getting anything. Please stop wasting your time on papers you do not, on questions you do not know. If you open your paper and you find that, question 1, I don't know anything, move on. Move on to question 2. When you get to question 2 and you find, I don't know anything, move on to question 3. Don't be stuck on questions you don't know. Because at the end of the day, the exam will be over and you only wrote 2 questions which you are not even sure if you got them right. That's the first tip. Move on to questions you know. Don't waste your time on questions you do not know. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2. There is no harm in leaving space. There is no harm in leaving space. That's tip number 2. It's related to tip number 1, but tip number 1 is mostly of questions. If question 1 you do not know it, move to question 2. It's the same as the tip number 2. If you are writing question 1 number 1 and you don't know question 1 number 1, but you know question 1 number 2, number 3, number 4 and number 5, leave space. You'll come back. Leave space for question 1 number 1, write number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and There's no harm in that. You'll come back to it. Please, I beg you, do not take your time on useless things. They're not useless, but on things you do not know. I can't waste my time on a question which is 5 marks, and there are questions which I can get 10 to 20 or 50 marks, and I'm still stuck on one question that's only going to give me 10 marks. No, move. Tip number 3. Tip number 3. When you get into the exam room, immediately you get into the exam room. This one worked for me. I'm not sure. I think it's going to work for most of you, especially if you're doing subjects like maths, physical science, economics, accounting, life sciences, all those subjects. This one can work for you also. When you get into the exam room, immediately they say start writing. Immediately they say start writing. Write down the things you still remember from your studying. Write down equations. But the next thing is, most of the papers you are being provided with a formula sheet. But write those simple things that you remember from studying. Write them down on that piece of paper with a pencil. Just jot them down. They are going to help you. Jot them down. Things like life science, if you still remember those terminologies, immediately you get into the exam room, write them down. Write all those terminologies down. Things like physics, if you still remember a proof, write it down before you can even open your question paper. Things like maths, if you still remember what do I do if I want a general solution for a trig, write those things down. Write them down so that you do not forget. And that will be a nice thing to revise with, because when you get a question inside the question paper asking you of the same question that you wrote down, you just go to refer. Please do not write down. Please. The fourth tip, check nako. Please. Lebelela nako. Be friends with that watch. You see that watch that I put on the wall in front of you? Be friends with that watch. After each and every question, check time. Avoid being pressured at the end, and when they say 30 minutes remaining, and you're like, be friends with time so that you're not in trouble. Be friends with time. Check your time. Keep up with time. You know you have 3 hours. After a question, check. Oh, I still have 45 minutes. Oh, I still have 30. You see, keep up with time. The fifth one, I don't know if the fifth, or let me just say the next. The next tip is that this one is very, very important. This one. Before the exam, before you get into the exam, stop discussing things with your friends. Before you get into the exam room, stop discussing anything with your friends that relate to whatever that you're going to write at that day. On that day, discuss. If you're going to write maths, don't ask your friend anything about maths that day, because believe you me, you'll get into the exam with stress. Your friend will give you a question you've never seen before, question you're not even sure how to answer it. And then you'll be stressing your whole time thinking, what if I get that question in the exam? What if I get that kind of question? I'll not know how to answer it. Stop discussing anything with your friend. When you get to the exam, just say, hello friend, how are you? I'm good. I'm also good. Good luck with your exam. I'll see you after writing. Please do that. Please, 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 please do that. We don't want to find a situation where you are in class and it's like a panic attack because the question you are seeing, your friend knows very well. And just before he could explain it to you, the bell rang. So you don't know that question. Now you're having panic attacks. Don't. Avoid it. It's not good for you. Please. The next tip, which I am going to tell you, guys, tlogelang go stressega. Stop being stressed. Stop asking yourself a lot of questions. What ifs? Stop the what ifs. What if I don't make it? What if I don't know anything? That is why we're going to have ambulance go to school because of the what ifs. Avoid the what ifs. Avoid the what ifs. They're not going to help you with anything. What if I get to school and then what? Stop it. It's just an ordinary day with an extraordinary activity. You understand? It's an ordinary day with an extraordinary activity. Do not stress yourself. You can do this. You can do this. So guys, those are the few tips that I have for you. Please, please, please just take them. They worked for me. They can work for you. So take them, each and every tip. And then you'll see, you'll have a very beautiful, very, very, very beautiful. The last tip. Sorry. This one is very important. The last tip. After writing, go straight home. Do not discuss the question paper with anybody else. You're going to kill yourself when you get home. I'm telling you. You are going to have a bad day. While you should be preparing for the next paper, you'll be stressed about something you did not write well in your previous paper, something you cannot change. So stop discussing the question paper after the exam. If you are done, you are done. Mchana, go home. If you are done, go home. Get home, rest. It's another day. And then you will prepare for the next paper. Please don't. This one, it's a must not. So guys, that is it. Please follow the tips. They may not be effective for you, but they may help you in some way. I can't tell you how to study. Those ones, everybody has their own individual way of studying. That one I can't tell you. But these are the few tips that will keep you relaxed and calm in an exam. So just go through them and then take some if you want to. If you don't, it's still okay. But please do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you guys. Love you. Mwah.